Welcome to Season 1, Episode...
I don't even know.
16.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And we missed last week.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. And we won't dwell on it, but we're in the middle of moving. The Dropbear and Panda studios have moved.
I think we should dwell on it a little bit.
All right, let's dwell on it a little bit. We were tired of the fucking construction.
Yeah. And I think after we moved, the universe told us that it was a right thing to do.
There's a bunch of crazy things that happened. So... for those of you that have been to the Dropbear and Panda studio, you will know that above the door inside there's a red light.
Yep.
I have had that light on since the day I moved in 5 years ago.
I turned it off a few times.
Yep.
But not often.
Not often. And it's always, like, for me, it's always on. Every time I go by it, it's on. When I come home at night, it's on. It's always been on.
Yep.
And I moved out the last frickin' load Sunday night, and the light was burnt out.
Crazy.
I know. It
blew my mind.
It was really, really weird because it's one light bulb that has literally lasted 5.5 years
since you moved into when we moved out.
Yeah, since I moved in from Okotoks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy when you told me that. I was like, "What? No way!"
Yeah, bizarre. The universe is saying something, and then the day after. We had that big snowfall.
Oh, so yes. So
and I felt so bad for the new people that moved into the old studio.
So to put this into a bit of context, the other day, was it October 2nd?
Yep.
Calgary received, again, well, we live close to the mountains, so our weather is weird. We've talked about this before. But Calgary received in one day 38 centimeters of snow, which is 1.2 feet.
Yeah, and I would
or
say
1.3 feet.
We saw more than that. That bird bath in the backyard measured at 2 feet.
Yeah.
So what's that? 60-something centimeters.
Yeah. So I guess the official was like 38 centimeters. But depending on where you are in town, it's either more or less.
Yeah. So 2 feet. I'm going to go with 2 feet of snow. And
it was fairly warm. Mm-hmm. So the snow was like Ontario, East Coast heavy, destroyed a lot of the trees. So we've got another inch of leaves outside our house.
It's the weirdest thing. So we've got the snow and then the leaves fell afterwards. So normally the leaves fall, then it gets covered in snow. You can't do anything about it.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Now there's like a thick mat of leaves.
Yeah, because the trees were just decimated. Yeah. So this is heavy snow. And in the back of our old house, that we just moved out of, there was an awning covering the stairs going down to our deck in the backyard.
This house, the house we moved out of, 1905?
Yes, I don't think the awning is over 100 years old, but I'd say probably about 7, maybe put in the 40s.
Yeah, I would say it's been up there a long time.
Very, very old. Yeah. So, take it away, Michael.
So I end up getting this call that the freaking awning collapsed. Like, it is not small. It is a large awning. Like, it's 10 feet long by 4 feet wide, made of aluminum. So it's not super heavy, but it tore off the side of the house. And these poor people just moved in and they couldn't get out the back door. Yeah, which was terrible. And I had to go deal with it today because I hired a junk company called, and I'll give them some props, JunkSquad.
Yay, JunkSquad!
They came to deal with washer and dryer that had to get recycled, and they're going to take away this thing. And we had the hardest time connecting. But the driver, and I won't mention his name because he didn't say that it was cool, but you can look in your records, JunkSquad. The guys that helped in Kensington today, they were great. But they had to come back and cut up that awning to fit it in their truck at a later date.
Wow. And we weren't planning on having the awning picked up, obviously. No. So they texted you or they called you, the owners of the house, the new owners, by accident?
By accident, yeah, because they thought that I was the landlady.
Landman.
Landman.
Yeah. So, and I'm surprised that our old landlord rented it out so quickly.
Yeah.
She would have needed, I would think, a month or at least a couple weeks to fix everything that was wrong in the house.
Yeah, well, I think that these guys were looking for a place right away, and they're okay doing some of the work themselves. Like, I went in there today, and they've already done a ton. So,
really?
Oh, yeah, they're looking after it. And
good.
Yeah, and they've got a dog the size of a black bear. Like, I'm not even kidding. This thing is huge.
They have a dog?
Yeah.
They have a dog?
Huge dog.
Oh my gosh.
Big black dog.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But every once in a while I drive by, well, in the last week, because we just moved last week, when I'm trying to find a parking space, because the city of Calgary is supposed to be dealing with the alleyway or paving it, and it still hasn't been paved, probably because there was also a giant dump of snow. So parking on our street is impossible to find. So every time
inner city was bad before.
Oh, I know. So every time I drive by the old house, I crane my neck a little bit, but also glare because stupid house next door.
Yeah.
And it was falling apart. Like, I didn't think the awning was going to fall off.
Hey, there you go.
So that was the universe saying that, yes, good job.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got this garage now, which has got a concrete floor.
We can't get into it.
Which doesn't sound, that doesn't sound like a big deal. Oh, concrete floor. Of course your garage has a concrete floor. Nope. The other house, the 1905 house, had a dirt floor with wood paneling. Like old wood, like we're talking 100-year-old wood on the floor and a dirt floor.
Yeah.
So this is a step up. I'm digging it, and Newton digs it too.
Yeah, the whole house has got carpeting in it, which was not a plus because we have a cat.
Yeah.
But it's really warm on my feet. I do have to say that
It's pretty nice.
Now that it's getting colder, it's quite nice. And Newton loves the carpeting. He's just rubbing his butt all over all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
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 So that happened. So we did the move, and I'm back working, which is great.
I also want to give props to the people who helped us move too.
Oh yeah.
2 of them showed up like that day because we put
Champions.
we put a shout out on Facebook.
Thank you, Jeremy and Teak.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And then the day before, Dallas was helping with all the big stuff. And you are now sitting in Dallas's chair, what is now known as the Dallas chair.
So it's only the Dallas chair when Dallas comes over.
Yes, that's correct.
And I also want to say thank you, Dan, as well. Dan, I think, originally showed up to just put some junk in our bin because he's like, you have a bin? Sweet.
Yeah, and I couldn't see him when I just saw somebody hucking stuff in the bin, emptying out this SUV, and I went out there to give him shit. Then I saw it was Dan. I'm just like, oh, that kid's
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And he ended up moving all sorts of really, really heavy books out of the basement. He could only stay for a little bit, but it was really nice that he did that for us. And I was trying to pawn all sorts of stuff on him. I'm like, hey, do you want an elliptical? He's like, no. And I'm like, hey, do you want some Tupperware? No. Hey, do you want some books? No. Hey, do you want a bookshelf? No.
Yeah.
I tried. I tried really hard.
It's crazy. And that lady did finally buy that elliptical.
Oh, good.
Yeah, which was like at 0 hour.
I don't know why I sound surprised because I know she bought it because we didn't move it.
Well, because you're an actor.
I'm also very tired and high on migraine medication.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so you had your sneak peek last night for your play. You're in this play.
Yes.
If you're in Calgary, you can catch it in the next week. And it is women playing Hamlet.
Yes.
And there's how many? 6 of you guys playing 19 characters? Is that right?
Oh gosh, you know what? Math. There is so there's one lead actor who plays one character. Yeah. There's one almost lead actor that plays another one character. Yeah. And then there is 4 of us playing
like 16 or 17
like 14 or something characters.
I can't wait.
Of male and female variety. Huh. And so it's ridiculously fun.
So you guys had your sneak peek last night, and you've got opening night tonight.
Yes. And we're throwing in a really quick podcast.
Yep. Just
before I go.
Yeah, to get her done. So we got something which will launch over the weekend as soon as I have time to edit this thing.
Yeah.
And then you're at the Pump House for next week.
Yes, our last day is I think the evening of the 14th. Yeah. We open tonight, which is the Friday the 5th. We go dark on Monday, so we have a day off on Thanksgiving Monday, Canadian Thanksgiving Monday, and then we're back for the rest of the week. And
Happy Smallpox Day.
Yeah. Happy Genocidal Thank You Day. But the reviews we got, the few reviews we got, the sneak peek was an invited sneak peek, so Scorpio Theater's board was there, plus a few of their partner people. Yep. And we got some really good feedback. Great. So, and one or two guys there, just you could hear them laughing the entire way through, which was really, really, really nice.
That's wicked.
So, yeah, it was great.
I've got 2 weekends of comedy, so I'm doing stand-up this Sunday and next Sunday.
You're insane.
Yeah.
I'm okay going up and doing scripted stuff, but stand-up is something that I know. There's no way.
And I'm at Loose Moose tonight, next Friday, and the Friday after that. I'm actually commentating the entire Halloween theater sports show, which is going to be awesome.
What day is that?
26th of October.
Excellent, because I think we are supposed to be working a little haunted house on the 27th.
Yeah, so that's the Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 26th I'm doing that, and then it's improv every Friday. And then I'm starting to co-direct with Barry Piercy, Loose Moose Kids Show, Rumpelstiltskin. And I've got a job.
I miss sleep. I really miss sleep a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've slept for years.
And we've got all these boxes to get through, but the house is at least functional.
Yep.
And, hang some art. The walls I've discovered are not simple things to put nails into, because it's like painted wood panel. And
which actually sounds terrible, but it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Well, it's painted like this off-white kind of thing. But yeah, no, I tried hanging up stuff in my room. I like bent nails.
Which is terrible because I don't have a matinee tomorrow, but I have an evening show. But you're working the Loose Moose
I'm doing
kids show for the Ugly Duckling. So I was like, I'll just put up pictures. That's cool. Yeah. And you're like,
well, I just maybe buy better nails. Like those picture hanger nails, just don't cut it.
I don't want to go out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Though.
Then just relax, man. Take some time off.
Maybe I'll actually sleep all day.
There you go.
It'll be glorious.
Newton went outside today and checked out the backyard. He walked through the snow.
To also note, the snow has been melting because it's warm. Well, warm.
It was past his armpits, but he was determined to get to the garage and sniff the garage.
What?
Yeah.
What a weird cat.
He is so weird. Yeah. So I've ordered for you Skip the Dishes.
Thank you.
So that you can grab a bite to eat before you go to your show. And I got them from Earl's. We're having ribs.
Yum. And a salad.
Yeah. Caesar salad.
We, it's probably good I should eat beforehand because Scorpio is great that they supply food, but it's not food. It's usually like...
Oh, yeah, you guys have hors d'oeuvres and stuff, right? Like cheese
that's for the gala. Oh. After, if my head isn't throbbing by then, I'll go. But I mean, like at the actual theater or rehearsal, bags of Skittles.
Oh.
More bags of Fireball Skittles.
Oh my god.
They love candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Scorpio theater for you, I guess.
Yeah. That's great. Like, and one of our ASMs, she does baking, so she brings in cookies, and they're great because they're homemade. But it's not food. Yeah. I can't live off of sugar.
No, God, you're not a hummingbird.
I am not. Thank you for noticing.
So, how are you going to save the world this week?
Well, my play is going to kick some ass. So me, along with the rest of my cast, are gonna save the world with some comedy about Shakespeare's Hamlet.
Nice.
I think lovers and haters of Hamlet alike will actually really quite enjoy it. We make fun of everything, but it's very poignant and it's quite ridiculous.
Awesome.
How are you going to save the world?
I'm going to unpack some more boxes.
Oh, have you found my pants yet?
No, I'm saving the world one box at a time.
My God.
It has been a long move.
And yet we only just moved up the street.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big move, but it was
Well, it was drawn out. Like I would literally walk up and down the street probably 3 or 4 times a day for 2 weeks delivering boxes.
Which is actually probably not a good idea because the rest of the street now knows what we own and what's in this house.
Yeah. Or they're just like, oh, don't rob them. They're poor. Oh, you know what I got though, listeners, is I got a Ring doorbell. It's like one of these video things, and it's freaking wicked.
I enjoyed watching you hate your life when you locked yourself out of the house.
Could you watch the whole thing?
Didn't watch the whole thing, but
the door closed. I'm like,
so the door handle has a little lock. Plus, there's a bolt.
Yeah, and the door handle locks automatically if you don't unlock it first. And I've started doing that because I had to take a cab all the way to the hospital to get a spare key.
Yep.
And then back again. But yeah, so we got this Ring doorbell. I heard about it on Dax Shepard's podcast, Armchair Expert.
What?
Yeah. And if I bought it online using, ring.com/Dax, I could have gotten 20% off. But I didn't. I bought it at Home Depot because I couldn't wait. I needed to have it.
Yeah. Well, and why did you need to have it?
Well, because this house its doorbell doesn't function. But I'd, want to have a place where I can hang out in my studio. And if somebody rings the doorbell, I want to check it out. I want to see who's there before I commit to actually making a movement in the house.
Which is rare.
Sometimes I don't want to talk to people.
We
especially
don't
if they're like
solicitors,
salespeople and stuff.
Yeah.
And it records too. So you got like it's total wicked security footage. And I'm going to put one in the back over the garage too.
I make faces at it sometimes.
I noticed that. I talked with you this morning while you were walking
down
the sidewalk.
That was a little weird. That was a little weird. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Anyway, so I'm going to save the world by unpacking boxes.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine what mess we could get into on Halloween with the kids coming up to the door with that doorbell?
Well, that'd be fun.
Oh, Stay tuned, listeners.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's that. That's the skinny on the fat.
Yeah, fat on the skinny.
I've been Dropbear.
I've been Panda.
And this was episode 16 of Dropbear and Panda.
Save the world.
Till next week.
Maybe we'll have a full episode next week.
Yay, with actual not news. Or news. Anyway, I gotta shut this off then.
Yo, it's Dropbear and Panda, yo. Yo, it's Dropbear and Panda, yo. Dropbear and Panda, coming at you, Panda. Coming at you like a locomotive on a motherfucking bender. Yeah, I my cool tongue, now my jab, follow me. Yeah, with Michael Doggies, yeah, you be checking on the flow, yo. Checking flow, choose quick, you can't pick my medical ranges, angles, tangles, you get tangled. Twisted side reflexes, child should be, can't compete with the owls that devour. Yeah, with the owls that devour, yeah. Yeah, it's Dropbear and Panda, coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda, coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda, coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive blowing out to my normal chopper. Dropbear and Panda, coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive blowing out to my normal chopper. Dropbear and Panda.